Ivan Katz here at Palm Beach Park in Naples, Florida. I'm going to play around. I'm going to tell you which discs I throw, why I throw them, and tell you most everything you need to know about playing the game of disc golf. Let's get started. Number 1, Palm Springs Park, hidden behind these trees, 234 feet. Okay, so my Halo Air here, that used to be kind of an overstable disc for me. I don't have much of an arm. This was probably went about 230 feet, 225 feet. So Halo Air, for me it's pretty stable. It turns over a bit. Stable means that a disc turns over. It's also the flippy disc. It's the third number. If it's minus, it's understable, which means it'll turn over for the forehand flick. If it's overstable, that means it will, if you throw it on a hyzer, stay on the hyzer and maybe even fade right a bit. So, right hand, backhand, understable is going to turn over for you, hopefully S out. Overstable is going to fade off this way. Keep it saying stable. A stable disc, if you threw it flat, would stay flat. And then it's usually right hand, backhand, it's going to fade off this way. Forehand flick, it's going to fade off that way. Now the numbers on these discs are there for a reason. The first number is speed. That means basically the power you need to throw with to make the disc do what it's supposed to do. And if it's a stable disc, it's supposed to stay flat. If it's understable, then it's supposed to not turn over at all, and maybe even go the other way. Sometimes you'll see beginners, let's say you're throwing a forehand flick, and you're throwing an overstable disc. Well, you can throw it on an anhyzer, hyzer, anhyzer, right hand, backhand, hyzer, anhyzer, and that disc will then straighten out. But you're overcompensating for that disc. It's not really doing what it's supposed to do. Bring that first number down. If you're a beginner, putters are going to be up to about 3. Mid-ranges, 3 to about 5, 6. Fairway control drivers, 6 to about 8, 9. High-speed drivers, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Those are for big arms. So you can play the whole course, much like this one, with a mid-range, something like a Cobra. Check out, just Google Ivan Katz mid-range on disc golf, and you will find it on YouTube. I have entire videos about mid-range discs. But anyway, there you go. Stable, understable. The first number speed, the second number glide. That's how much the air is going to take it, basically. If it's got a high glide number, a 6, 5, that means there's some glide to it. You don't want your putters to have any glide, so they should have a low number. This one is a 86 putter. It's very old. It's what I use. It's a 1990 La Mirada Open, and I don't recommend you use something like this. Go out and get yourself an AVR. Get a normal Wizard putter, something normal that you can go out and buy 5 of so you can practice and learn the putting. You should always practice your putting right when you arrive at the park. Go out and throw in a field. Learn your discs. Change discs with friends. Figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Don't throw what your friends throw. Their arm's going to be different. Okay? So, build your own bag, build your own game. All right. Third number, as I said, turn. And that's stability, understable. Minus, understable, and positive, overstable. So, the last number is fade. That's how much the disc is going to fade off. Again, a right hand, backhand disc is going to fade that way. Forehand flick, fade that way. Of course, you have to change that around if you're left-handed. But there you go. Okay, so my drive with the Halo Air here. Air meaning it has air bubbles in it. It's a Latitude 64 Halo Air. Great disc. The air bubbles make it fly a little farther. Now when you're putting, don't get intimidated. Aim for the center. Usually there's an orange band or something there. Aim right for the center of the basket, unless you're going uphill. And then you want to aim maybe a little higher. But just go for it. Throw straight at it. Definitely rotate the disc. And there you go. This is about 17 feet. Number 2, straight back against the fence there, 236 feet. Okay, so the F2 fairway driver. For me, it's very flippy because one reason is it's lightweight. If you're an older player and you're having trouble throwing some of the discs, well, get yourself lighter discs. Try a leopard, try a light leopard, and you should be able to get to turn that over pretty well. The lightness helps you turn the disc over. For a stronger player, a light disc is just going to turn right over and be impossible to throw. But if you're older or just starting out, try a lighter disc. The weight matters, and it can help you turn these discs over and get them to throw the way you want them to throw. Of course, if you're playing in heavy wind, that's going to be an issue. But not extremely far. It's a fairway driver. It's not a distance driver. But probably about a 30, 35-foot putt. I'm right on the edge of the circle, over 33 feet, 10 meters. That means I can jump when I putt. It's not my style, so I'm not going to do that. But that's what the circle means. And that's the dividing line between whether you can just throw without moving or jump when you putt. Well, you see number 3 in the distance there, 278 feet. And you can also see there's a fence right here. And right-hand, backhand players, especially those with like hyzer bombs, as it's called, will throw with extreme hyzer. They'll throw something stable, and it'll just stay up, 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 and fade back towards the basket. Now, being a forehand flicker, everything I throw tends to fade that way, and that's over the fence in what's like a creek bed. It's pretty dry right now, but even still, I don't feel like hopping fences and going out with the snakes and the alligators trying to find my disc. So, there's a couple things I can do here. I could throw a hyzer that way and have it come back, or I could throw something understable and have it turn out this way and then fade back. What should I do? Okay, so the king. That is, for me, it's a very fast disc. I barely have enough speed to make it do what it can do, but I do. So I threw it with some hyzer, it turned over, went around the problem trees there, and S-ed out toward the basket. A word of caution about trees. If you're trying not to hit a tree or a bush or some sort of obstacle, don't look at it. If you have 2 trees like this, focus on an object straight through the trees, like straight through the uprights. Focus on that and just throw. Don't think about the trees, don't think about the bushes, don't think about the obstacles. And your mind and your body and your brain have a way of getting it there. Trust me on this. Never look at the obstacle you're trying to avoid. Just like in my car reviews, high performance driving when you're driving on the track, or if you're driving on the street and you're about to hit a tree or accident or something, focus on safety up the road. Don't ever focus on what you could hit. Focus on the good. Look through the trees, find a point that's safe, and aim for that. Now, putting. I'm probably about 40, 45 feet away outside the circle. And notice, I have a few discs in my hand. You watch my videos, I make these great shots. And yeah, this was my first drive here, a great drive. But it doesn't happen that way all the time. Disc golf is a really hard sport. I'm not coming out here shooting birdies every time. You're not going to come out here and shoot aces all the time, birdies, even pars, bogeys, double bogeys. Everybody gets it. I'm throwing with multiple discs, and I want to highlight what they do and the characteristics of each disc, and that's why I throw multiple discs out here. So, disc golf is a hard sport. Realize that it's difficult, and you can challenge yourself. If you shoot 10 over par, try to shoot 9 over par the next time. It's a really fun sport. The whole family can play. It's challenging no matter what level you're at. Every course is different, and every round is different. Just go out there and enjoy it. A true birdie that time. Number 4, a lot of trees and such in the way, 227 feet. You don't want to go too far because it looks like you'll get wet. Discraft Express. Hyzer disc, hyzer flip. Throw it with some hyzer, it flips up and just goes straight at the target. Perfect disc for this one, but just about 15 feet away. Also the vision, different disc, a little different flight path, basically the same result within about 5 feet. Number 5 allows absolutely no margin for error. You've got water right here and also just beyond the trees here. So you really need to throw straight here. There's just no two ways about it. Okay, so very tricky here, number 5, but a good result with my Port Charlotte Bonita Springs tournament discs that I just picked up at a used disc golf store in the area. And I'll make a point of saying, look, all this water, I didn't want to throw anything that's a regular disc in my bag. I picked up some used discs. I like to do that. They're cheap. DX plastic gets broken in easily, and it's great for beginners because it's cheap. And if you go to a used disc golf store or get them online or something, or swap them with your friends, well, of course they're cheap, so that's good. And that way you don't really care if you lose it in the water. Don't throw your favorite disc on something like this. Just don't do it. So good result here, and I ended up still pretty far outside of circle 2 putt, but the main thing is safe and no discs were harmed. Okay, so there you go, some strategies on throwing near the water. You'll notice I threw that with some anhyzer, and it's a very stable disc, and it just went over the fence, back over the fence, and into safety. So that's what you want to do. A couple more tips. A lot of water out here in Florida, and of course wear a hat and sunscreen, of course, but write your numbers on the disc. If you lose them, then you can hopefully get them back later. Also bring a towel. It gets muddy out here. There's a lot of sand and dirt and all sorts of Florida stuff going out there. So bring some towels. You might also want to get a floating disc like a Wahoo. Bring that with you. Alright, let's see about this putt here. Another true birdie. Okay, number 6, 237 feet with some problems and out of bounds on the right there, and of course the water to deal with on the left. You want something that flies straight. Nice result here with my number 1 go-to disc, my Crank SS, and just turns over ever so slightly and then fades back very controllably. Now, you want to throw the discs with power. If you don't throw them with power, they're not going to do what they're supposed to do. They're going to fade early and things like that. So you got to give it some power. This is a very fast disc, probably too much disc for me, but I can get it to do what I need it to do. It's growing more and more stable as time goes by. Like I said, DX plastic tends to wear in. That's the entry-level plastic, and it tends to get more and more flippy as time goes by. It might even get too flippy. You might have to take them out of your bag, give them to your friends with weaker arms after a while. But this Crank SS here, I absolutely love it. Parks me at the basket, the easy putt. 390 feet from the pro tee here, and over the water. Uh-oh. I better throw something I can definitely get across. Let's see what I got. Not a great shot, but safe. Okay, nice safe shot over the water with the Discraft XL. Just threw it up, let it hyzer up,
made sure it had a lot of height to clear the water, but not too much height. I threw it a little high, so it faded off too much, but again, I was just going for across the water. And again, this is a disc I bought used. Actually, so is this one. And I didn't care if they went into the water. Well, I cared, but not that much. And besides, I put my name and phone number on it. So there you go. Let's see if I can get to the basket up here. Okay, this Innova Viper here. Just a quick little flip to approach the basket. Again, this is a used disc I bought, and still haven't really learned it yet. I threw it way too short, but still safe. Number 8 is 233 feet. Well, the Pro Tee is, and hidden behind that little palm tree right there. Okay, this Pro Katana here that I picked up also at a used disc golf store, 13.5, -3, and 3, which means that it is a flippy long-range driver. It should turn over and S-curve out, and that's exactly what it did, leaving me about 15 feet from the basket. 310 feet, number 9, just straight and long, with some trees guarding the basket. Okay, the King with its beautiful S-curve went the distance, but I'm still outside the circle, circle 2, probably, I don't know, 50, 60 feet away, maybe 65 feet. And a blocker tree too, not easy. Thanks for watching this round. It's the first time I've played here at Palm Beach Park in Naples, Florida. A really cool course, pretty simple for beginners, and that's a good thing, but also some difficult holes here. So I hope you've learned something today, and definitely go out and play, bring your friends and family, share the sport with them. Google Ivan Katz and any disc you like, the Valkyrie, Crank SS, the Cobra, just to name a few, Wraith, Destroyer. I have videos on all of those discs, some common discs that you might want to throw, mid-ranges, putting, everything you want to know about disc golf. If you subscribe to me on my Ivan Katz production page, you should switch over to Drivin Ivan Katz. That's where I post my car videos, but also all my disc golf videos now, music videos and everything. So if you want to know what I'm posting, subscribe to me at Drivin Ivan Katz on YouTube. And like I said, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well, and of course, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Ivan Katz.